Welcome back to your Eagle Sports Update. I'm Stephanie Harris. Winthrop is known as the campus of champions. The addition of the women's lacrosse team will hopefully add to that long tradition. Megan Mack takes a look at the fast-paced sport.
Soccer with a stick. That's the way Winthrop's newest women's sport, lacrosse, has been described to unfamiliar audiences. Lacrosse, a team sport of Native American origin, is a popular northern sport that is becoming more popular in the South.
It consists of 12 players versus 12 players, including your goalkeeper. And the object is to have, whoever scores the most points wins. So it's very fast-paced. So people who are used to seeing basketball or used to seeing ice hockey, they're gonna really like this game because lots of running, lots of movement.
While Winthrop has had a lacrosse club in the past, this is the first year that it is a part of Winthrop Athletics. Since it is the first year, Captain Jong Sung has been putting an emphasis on team bonding with social activities.
It's such an opportunity that God blessed me with. It just fell into my hands being here. And we're so lucky to be part of the first team. What we do this year sets the tone for Winthrop for, the rest of the years to come. And people will always remember what we do this year, so.
For Winthrop women's lacrosse team to attract fans and start building a following, the team will be doing some special promotions.
I know the first game we're going to feed some people, so definitely get out there with some hamburgers and hot dogs. And, we're going to do our best to get them out there. I think the biggest thing is, if we win, that'll fill the stands.
Want to keep up with Winthrop's lacrosse team? Follow them on Twitter at Winthrop LAX. With photographer Chelsea Brown, I'm Megan Mack, reporting for Winthrop Close.
Make sure to support your fellow Eagles at their first game on February 8th against Howard University at 6 p.m. Lacrosse is a new transition to the Winthrop community, but not as new as the transition made for college athletes. When taking the leap from high school to college, athletes must adjust to the higher academic standards, along with the higher level of competition. Cheyenne Lewis tells us about an international student athlete who is making an additional adjustment.
Chelsea Schoenfeld is a senior sport management major from Ontario, Canada. She moved to South Carolina so she could play softball. She says that getting used to the difference in temperature and culture was not too difficult. Schoenfeld believes that the United States and Canada have many similarities and that the biggest difference between the two countries is the amount of food offered.
What I like about South Carolina is definitely the weather. It's definitely warmer here than Canada. Also, I like the restaurants. They have a more variety of different restaurants to go to.
Schoenfeld's international teammates, who also happen to be from Canada, believe that Schoenfeld has done well adjusting to a different environment and that living in the United States has not changed Schoenfeld at all.
She likes to eat a lot of the food. She's a big eater. She loves that. She just loves the culture, I think. She enjoys it.
Many international students do go through culture shock upon arriving in the States, but because Winthrop is known for its diversity and culture, and Canada borders the States, students from the northern country may find it easier to adjust to living in South Carolina. Once Schoenfeld graduates this December, she plans on moving back to her home country, but says she'll visit South Carolina often, especially to enjoy some of her favorite dishes. Being an international athlete may have its perks, but nothing compares to the comforts of home. This is Cheyenne Lewis reporting for Winthrop Close-Up.
For a complete softball schedule, visit the Winthrop Eagles athletic webpage. Well, I got some good news, Winthrop, and I'm sure the international students were able to join in on this huge victory. This past week was rivalry week here at Winthrop as students geared up to cheer on the men's basketball team against Coastal Carolina. One of this week's festivities was the Coastal Roast. Reporter Donovan German has more.
This past week, at the Edge, students gathered around to witness the first annual Coastal Roast. The night was full of entertainment, and it was sponsored by the Council of Student Leaders. Live band The Edge provided the sounds, and Will and Chelsea from Battle of the Sexes hosted.
This is actually for us to get the students hyped up for the game on. This is just a really informal way for us to get the student body involved.
It seems like the first annual Coastal Roast was a success. Be sure to look out for all the other events that CSL has coming up.
This is actually the first event. This is actually the first open mic night that we've done, but we have done a lot of events like this for sporting events and other big events on campus. This is actually the first open mic night that CSL has solely sponsored.
So what happened?
If this is something you as a Winthrop student would want to continue for future reference, visit www.winthrop.edu/CSL to voice your opinion. There just hasn't been talk about new and upcoming changes, but also a little digging up in time. When Winthrop opened the Lois Rain West Center, it became easier for the campus to get fit by providing educational and recreational opportunities. Talking about the best of both worlds, reporter Timothy Coco takes a look at what the center has to offer.
With 57 sections of 1 credit hour basic instruction courses, this new facility can offer what the old facility couldn't.
We can now offer things like kayaking, mountain biking, racquetball, all that weren't available in Peabody Gymnasium. So it's greatly enhanced our opportunities for students to become physically active.
Students don't have to be a physical education or sport and human performance major to enroll in many of these classes. 1,000 students are taught each semester in the West Center, as opposed to half that number in the old Peabody Gymnasium. The quality of the West Center's equipment and services is outstanding. The building is known for its great recycling program and was a recipient of a 2008 Educational Interior Showcase Outstanding Project Award for Interior Design and a Charlotte Business Journal Green Award.
We recycle flooring from Peabody Gymnasium, and you'll see it in the lobby, you'll see it in the dance studio, and you'll see it upstairs in the Poly Ford rooms.
The center holds a variety of activity areas such as a swimming pool, a rock climbing wall, and basketball courts, which can be used for badminton and volleyball. I am Timothy Coker reporting from Winthrop Close.
To become a member of the West Center, look at the center's website under membership at www.winthrop.edu/West Center. Basketball season is well underway for the Winthrop Eagles, but if you can't get enough of the hardwood, then Intramural is where it should be. Intramural basketball started this month, and while it remains popular with students, it is much more than just a game.
It's fun. It's competitive, but in a fun way. And even though some of your friends not on the same team, it's fun to play against them.
Even if you're not on the basketball team, Intramurals is a great way to stay active and have fun. For more information on intramural basketball and other sports, you can visit the Office of Recreation Services in the West Center. That's it for Eagle Sports Update. Let's check in with Crystal Booker for Arts and Entertainment. Crystal?
Thanks, Stephanie. Coming up next on Arts and Entertainment, we'll explore some hair-raising art in the Rutledge Gallery and introduce a club where you can have fun with your fiction fantasy side. But first up, our YouTube pick of the week. Here's Matt's Prank.